Welcome to Love Vocals Nation. Today we have a special guest joining us, coming all the way from Rome, Italy. This DJ and producer is known for uplifting the crowds with his unique productions and sound. With an impressive catalog of releases to his name and top labels like Black Hole Recordings, Extreme Global Music, A State of Trance, and more, he is known for hosting the Extrema radio show and has a massive performance at major trance events worldwide. He has left an incredible mark on the trance music industry. We are super excited to dive into his musical journey. Please give a warm welcome to Manuel Le Saux.
Woo!
Hello.
Hello,
Hello, beautiful ladies. Hello, everyone.
Hello. How you doing today, Manuel?
I'm good. What about you?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're super happy to have you here. How
Uh,
has your summer been so far?
Hot. Definitely hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
How hot?
Oh, I'm almost 35 degrees. Oh my
Wow.
Goodness. Yeah. We've been there too. It's crazy.
We have
God.
not been there in Ireland.
Lucky
We
you.
have 17 at the moment, but in Ireland, like 17 feels like 25. So everybody's walking around in t-shirts and shorts.
Do they not have a little hanky on their head with the kind of knots tied in it as well?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm. Manuel, I want to kickstart by saying I read today that you started your career age 13. And is
Yeah.
that the case?
I started the career in the early 19. Was actually, 89. I started
Right.
watching the other DJs playing. At that time, I was very, very young, and I was lucky that one of my friend and family friend, he was the owner of one of the biggest club here in Rome,
Wow.
and I used to go there, and the Sunday afternoon where the kids party, and I was something like, oh my god, I was shocked about the DJ skills and vinyls and everything. It was like, yeah, one day I want to do that. And I was lucky that the owner gave me the chance to learn
Wow,
from
that's very cool.
good DJs and the resident DJ over there. And I actually, for a couple of years, I did start with only warming up sets and doing the VJ, the visual J, like the lasers and
Wow.
lights and everything. It was good. It was till the internet era that gave me the chance to go outside Italy and gave me the chance to start traveling and everything. Around 2003, I had actually my first international gigs. It was in kind of Norway, probably, if I
Ah,
the 2002, 2003,
Wow.
and
very
then
cool.
yeah,
S-
I'm here.
So rolling back, uh, before you hit that moment where you were sort of stunned and inspired by all the vinyl DJing, what was the beginning of your kind of introduction to music? What brought you to getting inspired at these events?
Um, my very first inspiration to music was at the beginning of school when they used to teach music here in
Ah,
Italy,
right.
and when I started um, when I studied about the big one, the one I do call the real producer, the very first producer ever, which is Mozart, for example.
Mm.
And then I started learning all everything about them, the life, the story, the music, of course. Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, Chopin, Vivaldi, which is Italian.
Wow. Yeah.
And I started everything about the music, and I started, actually reading the music and actually playing the music. But
Wow.
Super
school,
cool.
yeah, not very. I didn't go to the professional school or everything, but everything started there. The love of the music for the melody. The melody was always a huge part of my life, and
Mhm.
that's why. And I don't know if you are going to ask me. That's why I
No,
did that.
I mean, I know, I love that. I think what I was also thinking was, so you said I didn't go to any kind of formal training. I mean, did you learn how to play by ear?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
still every day for me is a lesson every day. You know, I see with my right hand I can be a super um player. With my left hand, I'm still learning. You know,
I love
it's
that.
yeah.
I love that.
About the
Nice.
music, I can read music.
Yeah.
I can write music, and
Mm,
you know,
very
that's
Wow.
nice.
So you've established yourself as a prominent figure in the trance music scene, and where you championed that sound of the full-on euphoric trance music. What drew you to this particular style, and what sets it apart from other genres of electronic music?
um this is actually what I was expecting this question, and that's why because trance music, especially for the uplifting side,
Mhm.
it's supposed to be all about the melody.
Mhm.
Everything which is melodic, which is gives me sad and happiness at the same time, goosebumps all over.
Oh, I like that.
It's what I think. This is actually the real purpose of music, in my opinion. Sharing feeling, meaning, something deep, and or happy or sad. It doesn't matter. But music should be a way to live, and a place to lose and find yourself at the same time.
I love that.
So
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is what music's supposed to be. Supposed to be. For me, it
absolutely.
is. But for a lot of people, it's just like, hey, let's go outside and party. Yeah, let's
Right.
smash. Let's go
Yeah,
get drunk. And yeah, yeah,
Do you think that's more prevalent for creators to feel that way, or do you think that's also a lot of people out there listening feel the same way? What do you think?
yeah. It depends. It depends. For me, it's completely different because music is not my first job. So I'm not doing music for living.
Right.
So it's kind of I feel free on the part on this side of the music because
Hmm.
I can do whatever I want, whatever I like. I don't have rules. But if you do music for living, for you have to earn money for your
Right.
family, for your
Got it.
business.
Got it.
You do what you have to do,
Yeah.
and I don't complain about it. It's completely understandable. So I'm not judging everything, but in my case, I do what I like the most, and I'm happy I can
Good.
do that.
that's
So can I
great.
ask? I have to ask. What other hat do you wear then that isn't music?
Oh yeah, okay. Maybe Linnea knows that already. Probably no, I don't
I don't
think so.
know. I know. I
I
had
don't
no
know.
idea.
Every time I say that, a lot of people say, "Oh, really?" Yes. I'm yeah, I'm a biologist. I work in hospital, and
Wow, I love
Oh,
it.
since
that's
That's
right.
so cool.
I
yeah,
remember seeing something like during COVID
yeah, exactly,
situation that you were in there. Yeah. Wow.
and
Big
I
ups to
still do
you. Big
that.
respect.
Thank you, but yeah, I still do that. So my DJ was my first love and job
Sure.
Yeah.
when I was young. So when I was smart and lucky enough to finish the studies, especially smart.
Mhm.
And I thanks to my dad that he used to work in the hospital already, and I came through
That's
this
great. Do you like biology? I mean, is it a passion for you as well? Just the understanding the human
it's a
body.
work, it's a job, it's a job. If you you
Oh,
know and the good part is, especially in the last 2 3 years,
mhm.
for why we all know why, no. And
Yeah,
I knew actually everything already, and it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. I feel. sometimes I see people say, "Hey, I'm sick. What am I supposed to do?" They ask me suggestion to, take pills or everything, and I feel like, yeah, I know, I'm almost everything, but I feel like I can help people.
I
I
love
can help
that.
people with
Yeah.
music. We don't know the mental problem probably when they are
Yeah.
sad, when they are depressed.
Yeah.
A lot of
Mm.
people. I got a lot of messages um, in the past and still
Mhm.
about, hey, your sets, your music helping me out, going through a very bad moment. So thanks a
Oh,
lot.
that's
And
so
the
cool.
same way they, heard the same with my, daytime job, the
Yeah,
hospital. So
that's good. I'm
helping people.
I love helping people. It's my thing.
Yeah.
So I really get what you're saying. I hear you. Okay, so you have a huge list of releases, which includes numerous productions and remixes on really big labels such as Black Hole and State of Trance. Um, how do you approach the creative process when producing a new track? And what elements do you prioritize to create the signature uplifting trance sound?
In the past, I used to make music. When you're young and um, you want to get gigs or getting famous or trying to be the best, no? Kid dream. You dream about it. Oh, I want to
Mm.
play, for example, in the State of Trance
Yeah.
event. So
Mhm.
what at that time, um, I used to make music, of course, what I love, I like, what I love, but especially because it was like, this track could could be good for such label, which could help me out to probably get visibility to arrive at some big names and everything, and it did work actually. But not nowadays. Nowadays, of course, I have my own label, Extreme Global Music,
Yes.
and it is actually it's one of the reason why I did open the label. I do only what I like, and I have no more achievement to
Mm.
reach
To get
or
to, yeah, no, I hear that.
any. Yeah, just what I do love it. The first question when I start a track is, do people probably will like it or not? It's not like, oh, do that DJ is going to play in his show. I don't care anymore. It's all
Yeah.
about, I want to share my feeling. A
Right,
track is is me, is a part of me,
right.
right? And
Absolutely.
and what I want, the real and only achievement, first of 1,000, 1,000,000, 3,000,000 Spotify streams, which
Yeah,
never happen. But people has to love it.
yeah.
And that's it. For the
Yeah.
people. Everything is for the people.
Excellent.
So what I hear is that you, like, back in the day, you actually, like, when you produced your tracks, you thought of a label or like a specific DJ then. So you created that sound so they would be able to pick it up. Is that correct?
Of course, because I didn't have a label. So
Mm.
you had to play by the rules. And the
Mm-hmm.
rules want, 138, that kind of arrangement, the kind of sound, the kind of melody. So if you wanted to get your track released, you have to stay by you have to play by the rules. Not anymore. Not
Mm.
anymore. Probably, yeah.
Well, you were saying a moment ago that you you can actually quite thrive on the fact that there's no rules. How was that for you having to comply at that point then and follow the rules?
I'm not the best person that like follow the rules. No, definitely not. And this is
You're the
actually
rule
why,
breaker.
yeah, no, this is actually why lately I decided to do something, but we will talk that
Yeah,
about
no,
it later,
absolutely.
I
I hear
guess.
that.
I
So I'm
I was
curious,
just, oh yeah, I was just curious how that was for you. Okay, I got it.
and I'm
Oh, the
curious.
rules.
So, you have, like, you produce a lot of uplifting trance, right? So that's
Yeah.
like your signature kind of sound. But back in the days when you kind of wanted to produce a song to fit a specific label or like have a DJ playing it? Was there ever a sound that you wanted to do but couldn't do because you had to fit in to a specific genre?
Uh, you know what? At the very, very beginning, yeah, it was like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was lucky enough that my music was appreciated for what it used to be, and
Mm.
so it's almost never happened that one of the label asking me, "Hey, can you change this?"
Mm-hmm.
Very
So
lucky.
Yeah.
so yeah, I was lucky probably about that, but probably that's why I people know exactly, especially during between 2004 2010. I used to have that sound, and a lot of people say right after 8 kicks, I was like, this is many. Kick and bass was like, this is many, and this is actually it's nice because you have your own style, and it's
I love
nice.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've lost this special
No.
touch, if I call it that touch,
Mm-hmm.
and is everything changed, especially after COVID, but even
Yeah.
before the music scene, the style, the sounds, everything went, in my opinion, on the wrong direction for so many reasons, so many reasons.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to share some of those reasons, or did they fall into the reasons that we're going to be speaking about later?
But the main reason because till 2010, 12, there were lots of real producer. So my track will never be this used to was completely different from another producer,
Right.
which was completely different from another producer. We had the old generation of producer. We had our sound, our style. Then templates happened. Then
Ah,
few
right.
people decided to sell their work to
Yep.
make easy money or whatever, and the
Mm-hmm.
result nowadays, and then the trends sounds all the same, and it's a fact. I'm not.
No, no,
We
I'm,
heard this
Fact.
yeah,
from
we
Sean
heard this. This is other,
Tyus
yep. There was other
and
people said that.
yeah, other
Yeah.
people saying that as well.
It's a fact. But
Mm-hmm.
Sean is still one of the producers that has his own style,
Mm.
amazing one, amazing. Sean can do whatever he
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah.
He proved that many
Yeah.
times. Yeah, I'm trying to. In the last 2 3 years, I tried so many styles. For example, I do. This is something that Lina, she doesn't even know. Probably, I went
Okay.
straight to make some synthwave for famous streamers on Twitch that they asked me, "Can you
Mm.
make the intro,
Nice. Very
the
cool.
soundtrack of my during my live stream?" And I went straight to synthwave, and it did work. It did work. I have so many requests about that, and then I started doing some progressive, even some techno. That's why I did open my own label for the dark side of melodic.
The dark side of melody.
Yeah, the dark side of trance. What they call melodic techno. It's
Yeah.
trance, but slower and dark
Yeah.
sounds. I mean, it's
Yeah.
nothing less or nothing more than this.
Mhm.
Just to be original, just to do something not fresh because the nowadays techno is it's absolutely what I used to play in the 90s.
Yeah.
Exactly the same sound.
It
So,
it
but today they call it techno. Then no, in the old time, the good
Mm.
old time, we called uh, progressive, especially in Italy. But then this is a long story. This is another story.
Yeah.
it's okay. It's interesting because we were talking to Amanda Wilson just recently, and we were all agreeing that the industry, and this is not just obviously for producers, but for vocalists and writers, is the whole industry has become very diluted. Everything sounds kind of the same. There's none of these great artists, and we were, we kind of came up in the 90s as well, and we remember people like Left Field. When you would hear these these amazing production teams, and you go, wow, that is just the most amazing track. And I rarely get that these days. I rarely get that feeling, and it's a shame. It's such a
I
shame.
see. I totally understand what you're saying, and I sadly agree with you, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it depends. For example, talking about Linnea, we worked together a
Mhm.
couple of times
Yeah, we did.
already, and it was a success.
Yeah.
But not because I have to be honest. It's okay. The track is nice. Okay,
Mm.
the arrangement, the sounds, and everything, the build up, but if you put the wrong lyric, the wrong singer,
Hmm.
even in a perfect track,
Hmm.
Mm.
the result is doesn't work.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, of course, for our track, we were lucky to have Linnea because, in my opinion, Linnea has an amazing voice
Oh,
for
thank
No,
dance
you.
music.
I think
No,
she
it's
does
not.
too.
No, uh, we got to know the week on a zero trance. It's
That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Incredible.
I I
Happy
g- I
days.
I think it wasn't a case. It was just like lucky or something because
We
but
did good job, everybody involved. Yeah.
the lyric was special. The voice is amazing. Not every the big problem about the trance scene or just the music scene
Mm.
is saturated.
Yep.
We have too much of
Yes.
everything.
Yep.
Yes.
The too much doesn't mean that it's good. Not
Yep.
everything is good. For
Mhm.
example, I can't sing, but guess what? The internet, the scene, the fact that we have 3 millions, billions, even more of
Mm.
labels
Hmm.
that sign every track, even the bad one.
Mm.
So the quality is very low. But for example, tomorrow morning I will wake up and say, okay, I want to sing a song, and just like, but I because I know that any of the 3 billion label we is gonna get my tracks with no problem.
Mm.
This is the problem. The
Yeah.
it's saturated. It's too
I know.
much.
I agree
Too
with
much.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exploding. Everything is exploding. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's harder to um, understand understand maybe it's a wrong word, but it's hard to get what is really good and out of 3 billion tracks. Every
Yep.
time I get so many promos, vocals also, of course, and sometimes I say, why this vocalist, was this singer is doing trance? It's not his style. She she's probably perfect for EDM. She's probably perfect
Mm.
for any other kind of rock, but trance is not for everyone.
Right.
It's a fact.
Mhm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I was lucky to have the chance to work with Linnea two
I was
times
lucky
to
to work with
no
you.
2 times to superb track butterflies. She she wrote down us and wrote down an amazing lyric, amazing.
No.
And
I'm
no, but it's
blushing
not.
She
now.
is amazing. She's
You're
No,
amazing.
amazing as well.
she
You're
is one
such a great
of the
producer.
best, and I'm sorry to say that sometimes is overrated. She
Mm.
deserves more, in my
Mm.
opinion. This is what I and the good part about our we don't speak very often like hey, super friends or whatever, but we
Yeah,
have
that's true. That's
respect.
true.
Every time
Mm.
I write her, she's always kind to answer, and I like this kind of respect and how to say that a two-way um, yeah, respect is fine. You know,
Definitely respect and,
respect
you know,
first of all, but I know her, she knows me, so and it's like
yeah,
okay, you know,
it's
but
friendship, you know. Absolutely.
French, yeah, I can say friendship, but yeah,
Mm.
yeah, at least it's a kind of. But every time I write her, she always answer me, and very easy. Some singers are like, "Hey, no, you have not this voice, it's a man voice." No, it's like, "Hey, hey, please, okay, see, yeah, I know who you are, but please talk to my manager because, yeah, come on, man."
Yep.
No,
Yeah. We
no, I
spoke
like
actually to Audrey
Yeah.
in one of our interview, and she said that she prefers like the DJs going to her rather than
Yeah.
manager,
Yeah.
because she feels like she wants to work with the producer straight up, and she wants to understand like what the producer kind of like want, or have that conversation so you can connect together.
yes.
So I understand that part. I totally agree with Audrey also. It's if you want to work together with somebody, like the manager, that's just like another face, but you want to talk with the real person to understand like what kind of person are we working with, and the vibe, and just have a conversation. I think that's good.
Exactly. When I spoke to you, I sent you the track. We sent me and Suni. We sent you, or Thomas. We sent you the track. It's like, hey, you like it? You
Yeah.
wanna? Do you think we can do something amazing, and special, and unique? And she said yes. And then it's all about for me in the first place, the last problem of a project, three hats project, like me, Thomas, or me and Stu, Nea, and everything is it's the last problem is the money deal. I don't care. You can take everything. I the only thing that I care the most is that we have to do something amazing that will
Mm.
be remember it forever. And this is the main goal for me. For me, but it's me. It's me. For example.
That's
I
lovely.
love that ethos, and I think that that's one of the things that Linnea and I really share in our ethos about collaborations, if you will, in the industry, is that it is relational. Because I mean, I know this is going to sound like a really like dumb analogy, but it is kind of like birthing a child, because you're creating this child together,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
so there you go. That's how I view it anyway. So
But
Yeah.
that's why every time I went straight to Linnea, because we know each other. I
Yeah.
don't know personally a lot of singers.
mhm,
Last since the last weekend, the Luminosity, I met other
mhm,
singers,
mhm.
and I can tell you they are amazing. So
Yeah. I saw
I,
you saw Susie Ledge. She's a legend.
Susie and
Susie's amazing.
Yeah.
Susie Ledge and Sue McLaren. Sue
Yeah, they're awesome.
is
Love her.
is amazing. She is amazing. She asking me about, hey, what happened, because we went to we had the same hotel. So when
Mm.
we came back from the party to the hotel, at the lobby, we had the chance to speak a little bit, and they are both very nice. So from last Sunday, now I met a person, not a project, not
Right.
Yes.
just a
Yeah.
voice. I have a person in front of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So maybe next time I can ask Susie, hey, what do you think?
Mm.
So this is the kind of interaction I
Relationship.
like the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So
Mm.
Linnea knows me. You know me. Okay, that's fine. You want to work with me together? Want to work together? It's going to be special. I mean, it's easy. That's
Mm.
the big point. Easy. You know how
Yeah.
many singers makes everything hard.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And
Well, there's always several sides in the music industry.
everything.
We
Yeah,
vocalists also deal with like different sides and stuff. But it's really great when you find those persons or the kind of people that you work really great with and just create amazing
I
music,
know.
and
Yeah.
everybody's on the same page in regards to the royalty splits and publishing splits, and like you don't even have to have the discussions. Everybody's in with their heart and everybody's agreeing on splitting equally, and I
Equally,
love those
equally,
kind of
equally.
relations.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, love it.
It's a track with a singer, Linnea, me, and George Stuni.
Mm.
Um, everywhere you go, you remember that, no?
Yeah,
Okay, it was chemistry, just like
yeah,
everything worked perfectly. Everything were
absolutely.
nothing wrong. We had zero problem. As long as she sent the beautiful voice and the beautiful lyrics and everything, we sent back the track after a couple of days, probably.
Yeah, like we always worked really quickly. We really
Done,
did. Yeah.
done. And this is the
But
best
let
way
me
to
tell
work.
you, it's not always like that. So like maybe I have some producers like, Linnea, where's that vocal? So
Yeah, I know.
but sometimes it happens. And maybe it's because of the track overall that in that moment you feel really inspired and boom, after 5 minutes, you wrote a vocal. But then you have other projects that takes longer time and life happens as well. We are also humans and need to go to work and
You
eat
know what?
and whatever. So
You know what I think? If it doesn't work, like in 2 seconds, will never work.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
exactly what I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chemistry. It's chemistry.
Chemistry. Yeah, I totally agree.
It's like
Totally
it's like
agree.
a wedding. It's like it's like a relationship.
It
Yeah.
is. It is a relationship. It is a relationship, honestly. And I think that this some people don't realize that, and they get so caught up in ego or greed,
Mm,
or and yeah. And unfortunately, it's a very sad thing. It's the collaboration. As you say, if the chemistry works, it works.
yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So, Manuel, which
Yep.
software do you prefer to use for your music production? Is it
Cool,
Logic,
cool
Ableton?
bass, cool bass. I will
Okay.
never ever leave Cubase. It's so easy for me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I did try everything.
Mm-hmm.
I swear God, I did try everything. Especially my, Astuni.
Yeah.
Every day, please try Ableton. It's
Mm.
easier. It's very quick to learn, and no, I still go with Cubase. Cubase for me is everything.
All
Maybe I'm
right.
lazy to learn something new. Probably maybe I'm too old. Probably.
Well, if you know like how to do things that way, then stick to it because you're doing it really well.
No, something like it's everything is easier. Everything is
Mm.
easy when you use something. Yeah, it changed in the
Mm-hmm.
last 10 years, of course.
Yeah.
20 years, of course, completely. It's easier, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still, so everything is so quick for me. Boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom.
And that makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah. Why I have to change for something that I have to learning from the beginning, and then maybe I will never learn. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
might slow you down as well because you're trying to, yeah,
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I use Ableton myself, and I can admit, well, I used Cubase before, like in school. I used to study music, and then they gave us Cubase to, work projects on or whatever. And it is, I agree, it's pretty simple. But
Yeah.
Logic, on the other hand, I have no clue.
I
I'm not a
love
Lo
Mac
I
user
love
overall,
Logic.
so
I'm a Logic
mm,
girl. Love it.
Logic
yeah,
is tough. It's very
yeah.
tough.
I think you have to be used to the Mac kind of way, and if you're not, then it's just like
Yeah.
really difficult. All right. So, how long did it take you to become like really good at producing trance music?
I'm still if I am you want the honest one or you want the real one? What do you want?
We want the honest answer.
The
Honest,
honest one.
honest.
I didn't I'm still learning. I'm not
Hmm.
perfect.
Okay. Are you
That's
pretty damn good? I have to say.
no, I'm not. Every day is a lesson for me.
Mm.
You
Every
know.
project. You learn something new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and every time it's at the time, the day you think you reached the top,
Mm.
you can only fall.
Yeah.
So I don't want to reach. I
Yeah.
don't want to call myself at the top. No, I'm not at the
Mm.
top. I'm still climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still. Every day is a lesson. Every day something new. Every day, but like it's a fact because every day you have a new VST, a new sound bank, a new that.
That's
So you
true.
have to,
Right.
yeah,
Update yourself. Yeah.
every day something new, something
Mm.
to learn, to try, to work, to train. So,
Yeah. Okay. So, how old were you when you had your first release?
oh wow.
Mm.
Um, it was a remix, the
Hmm.
first vinyl release we had, and it was 2001 probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, because I was born as a DJ, and I never thought I would became a producer. Honestly,
Aha. Okay.
never thought, and I still consider myself a DJ more than a
Uh-huh.
producer. Um, but yeah, it was really late, and was thanks to Astuni that actually kind of forced me to say, "Yeah, come to my house." It was with reason. We used your reason to make our first
Yeah. Reason. Yeah.
remix, and then we made a couple of tracks, and then after 2000 and wow, I don't even remember. My first single was 2005, Waterfall on
Okay.
Discover. Yeah, Season of
Wow.
Waterfall, the album. I have it's on my wall because
Aha. Good reminder. I
yeah,
Right.
love that.
Waterfall. I was lucky, very lucky that Tiesto played the track for 2 years
Wow.
everywhere, and
Amazing.
it was
What a
my
goal.
it, it was incredible. Well, everything
Mm.
was wow, really.
Yeah.
Something that you do not expect at all. I was like, wow.
Mm.
So you seriously you like that track so
Yeah.
much?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's incredible. I
yeah.
love that. I really love that. So, going into like your production side and everything. So, every producer has a part of like their music production that feels harder to produce, that could be like the bass line, or like, layering it up, special kick to get that to sound really thick, maybe a pluck melody, doing that. So, as a producer, what is the hardest challenge for you when you're producing a track?
Um, mm, I can tell you what is the easier. The
Okay.
easier and not using any template.
Yeah.
Boom, or something like
Nice.
boom. So,
Boom. Mic drop.
yeah, the hardest part is uh, the kick and bass.
Mm,
It's not well, nowadays. At the beginning, it was really hard to find the right combination, the right kick,
yeah.
Yeah.
right bass line.
Mm,
Nowadays, you see, after 23 years of producing, I did learn a super lesson, especially nowadays, that
mhm.
people are trying to put in a track layers of layers of layers of
Yeah.
layers.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, the less is the better.
The better.
No.
Yeah.
Shantai has said that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we were talking about that
Mhm.
a couple of months ago or
Mm,
Right.
something. No, it's if you use one, if the one you use is perfectly equalized and worked, even with some other mix it with some other sounds,
mm.
it's enough. It's already
Yeah.
enough, and
Y
is better. It's better, especially in a club. Because in a
mhm.
club, a huge sound system, imagine 5 layers of a lead. You
Yeah.
can only hear high frequencies. You can't hear anything else.
Yeah.
There's a big noise, no? You know
Mhm.
that?
Yeah.
And, yeah, and that's why probably techno nowadays is really simple because 2010, 2010, yeah, 2010, 2020 was all about VST.
Yeah.
2020 today the progressive music like
Mm-hmm.
hardbot, like camel fat, they are back to hardware.
Yeah, they like the synths. Everybody's going like back to the synths.
Yeah,
Yep.
they
I
just
just
have
have a problem. I have
one
like
Moog.
really small studio, so I can't have all the synths, you know.
They have one Moog, one Roland 909 on the drum machine.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's on. That's it. On a
But I
bass
think
line, a
with those,
303. Yeah, it's done.
yeah, I think with the synths overall, like talking about Korg, for example, one of the big synths is that you can get a really good bass line with them that sounds really thick, you
Yep.
know, compared to a VST. Like as a producer myself, I feel like I'm struggling. Like my thing is bass lines. I struggle to get that depth of the bass line, and like trying out the synths and stuff, it feels like you have that depth already in there. So that's why I maybe think that people prefer going back to the synths because you can get a much deeper sound and really clean sound as well.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Mm.
easier. Trust me. I show you something.
Hmm.
No, not what you think.
Yeah.
MC 101.
Mm,
Yeah.
Can do live live stream. I can do techno with just with this, and that's it.
amazing.
Because you
I
have
Amazing.
yeah.
you have
I
baseline, you have
Mm,
the kick, you have of course the synth, but preset. The preset are very poor, but you can add more stuff in it, and you can
hmm.
actually play with this.
Yeah. Yeah. Incredible.
Now everything is easier, but I still prefer this one.
Mm.
Even
I
if I have
agree.
to learn again a machine, you know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean. The machine is like small. You know how small it is,
Yeah.
and the book for learning is like this. And
Yeah. Yes. 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 But you can bring that everywhere with you, so that's good. Like if you're on vacation and I don't know what, you can bring that
I'm
with
on
you and play around.
vacation. I'm not gonna bring it.
No. Yeah. Fair enough.
I miss back in the UK at a studio, and it was just racks of keyboards, great keyboards, and I miss that now. Everything's
Yeah.
shrunk down into this tiny little cube, and it's a sad thing for me. Get
Yeah.
nostalgic when I think of back to
Yeah.
these fantastic synths.
Is I think that the secret is hardware. Hardware is back,
Hmm.
and it's a good thing. But still, the newcomer producers, they are focused on template
Mm.
or
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it takes, many, many years of practice,
yeah, they want
and
everything and like now.
yeah, exactly.
Do you
They will
think that?
never
Sorry.
tell you, oh, after 20, 23 years, 25 years, I'm still learning. They will never say that.
Yeah, yeah,
Old school for
yeah.
life.
Do you think these templates also dilute talent in some way?
Oh, oh,
Oh.
you want, do you really wanna let me start with this?
Yeah, sure.
No, the problem nowadays, and this is exactly why I did what I did last weekend. Talent, skill, what else? Love for music. The last thing that new generation of artists, they don't actually care, and this is a huge
That's sad.
huge problem. What we have at the moment, we don't have persons, we have projects. Something like it, you just need a social media manager. You just need how to say that, a look manager, how you call it, image
An
manager.
image
Imagine it
manager,
in
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, and a manager, a good manager, and a ghost producer, and you are the next superstar, I guess.
That's right. I
And
totally,
this is
totally agree.
exactly what
Yeah. That's what
this
we
is
see a
exactly
lot out there.
what I had, how I hate the most.
Mm.
It's when I did start, everything was, you were good because you were good,
Right,
because you had skill, you had um, how to say that, you had connection with people,
right.
and nowadays they just have 10,000 followers on Instagram and it's done. They don't care about skill, or if
Hmm.
someone deserves to be. No, you look good. Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just mix with sync button and everything, and you just move. You can do that. It's fine.
Yeah. Me and Tony have been talking about this kind of subject together in private, to be honest. And we talked about like some labels, not all obviously, but some labels out there, like compared to before, it was more like they signed like really great musicians out there, and they did really good job on supporting that kind of artist as well, giving like full support, making sure like the release is, getting out there and whatever. And today what we see is that many labels, let's talk about the big labels, for example, they rather want to go on, let's say, TikTok, for example, to
Mhm.
find somebody that looks good and could potentially, be something. They see it as a quick sell, like somebody that could sell something really quickly. So they choose to support that kind of artists. Let's say it artists. I don't know if it's artists, but it's some kind of
But at the end,
something.
of the day, it's for the label is a business.
Yeah,
Of course, they care
exactly. They
about
care
the
because they have
results.
to survive. But then if we look at the labels, right? So they have to survive. So they have to come up with something creative, find somebody who can sell a song or something, a show.
Yeah,
But where what like happens, with like the background to this problem, where does it come from? Does it come from, the streaming, where like we
the
hardly see
time,
any
the
money
time,
and
the
yeah,
time,
exactly.
the time we live is now. Is everything is on Instagram, Twitter,
Mhm.
Facebook, TikTok, and everything.
Yeah.
You know, if it works on TikTok, it works on selling.
Mhm.
And of course, we all know that Beatport.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want with. I can be the next number one with my credit card. Everything.
Mhm.
We all know how it works. It's not a secret, but what you can do about it? Nothing. Nothing.
I
Yeah.
think
What I hate the most, the music industry is fine. It's
Mhm.
fine. I don't complain. It was like this before. It
Mm.
is like it is right now, and it's going to be like it will be in the future. I don't care. The
Mm.
most the big problem is um the festival, the party, everything, which they kind of follow this train, and you know that I don't
Yeah.
like it anymore. I don't
Yeah.
get it anymore.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm with you. I'm with you, and I think everybody's kind of seeing that at the moment. You know. And it's a shame, but a lot of people are seeing it and a lot of people are talking about it. So that means that maybe in the near future things will change. Maybe,
Absolutely
maybe
not.
not.
Maybe not. not. Probably not. Because after what after last weekend, I got a lot of messages like, "Oh yeah, you had the balls to say that loud. Why
Mm,
you didn't do that?" I
mhm,
don't want to be the start of a kind of revolution. No, it's going to be like that in the next 10 years. Of course, I'm not gonna change anything.
mhm.
But in 2007, when I did play Tomorrowland,
Yeah,
I did play Tomorrowland because I
amazing.
did deserve to be there because I did work hard.
Yep,
Nobody um, has done my work. Nobody helping me out. Just me, hard work.
yeah,
No
And when they
templates.
not in place, nothing at all. At
Right.
the
mhm,
same way as when I played the Settle
Right.
Trance. That's the year before. I did remix a lot of classic, and I did produce so many regional, and I got support from Armin. And actually, Armin during one of a State of Trance live radio show asked me live, "Why don't you make a for fun remix of one of my tracks, Sail?" And I did it. So that
amazing.
year, if Armin called me to play, and I was afraid one to real stage, I did earn it.
Yes.
It wasn't a gift. It wasn't
Mhm.
a Santa Claus
Right.
gift.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
did earn it.
You
Yeah.
worked hard, really
Nowadays,
hard.
what I see when I they announce a festival lineup, a friend of a friend, or the YouTube a YouTuber which is famous on YouTube,
Mm,
or a ghosted artist, so someone else makes his own music,
mm.
and everything is not real.
I know. Yep.
The funny part of okay, well, we will talk about it later, but the
We will
messages I've
definitely
got
deep dive into this.
no, because the messages I've got from my decision from last weekend was
Mm.
even from big names.
Yep.
It's like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. We best luck for we. I wish the best luck for whatever you're going to do to the future. I was like, I'm not leaving music. I will keep going. I have the label. I have the radio show,
Sure.
800 episodes. I'm not.
Mm,
I'm not that crazy that I'm gonna quit my radio show right now. I
mm,
have the Twitch stream, which is growing every week. My
Hmm.
community is amazing, but I'm tired to see and to feel completely out of the trance family
mm.
because festivals are run by the same agencies and the
Yep.
promoters are kind of forced to book the same names all the time,
Mm.
and so you can write whatever you want to me,
Yep.
but you are famous, you are the top, you've been at the top, you will be at the top, but you are part of the problem because you know me since many years, and we respected for so many years. Every time I did support you.
Mm.
You did support me. We started almost at the same age. Yeah, I did start way before, but we came out in the trend scene at the same time.
Yeah.
But then you were okay. You grew up in a kind of god and whatever. But why, when you do your own party, your events, why you never kill me?
Mhm.
So why you say, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry to hear that"? No, because you are part of the problem also. I'm
Mhm.
sorry to say
Mhm.
that, but you are part of the
Yeah.
problem also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
This is
and
one of the reasons like I have my own record label as well, Auditor Recordings. And me and Orla Fini, we were so sick and tired of, seeing the same names on the poster and not the real talents. It was more about who could sell tickets, which I understand is really important, but they don't give anybody else a chance. So we created our own events. We called it Auditory Taster, and we brought in artists that we think deserve to be there. People wants to see them, and it's been such a huge success. And I will continue doing it, supporting people I think work really hard, and that is
after
something
COVID,
I want to
everything,
see.
the pr- the main problem,
Mm,
something that killed the small club, the small promoters, and there was COVID killed everything because at the time everything opened again. Of course, the big agency had to make money, had to
Yeah. Yeah.
bring back what they had to lose because of the COVID. So
Yeah.
they make the rules, and it's a fact. It's a fact. I
Yeah.
can be the best DJ in the world, but if at the very first place, who has who makes the rules, they kick you out. You
Yes.
can't do anything. You
Who
can't do
makes the
anything.
rules? Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I say that they sent me the message on Instagram. I was really polite, kind. I was like,
Mm.
"Thank you for your support. You were always nice to me. Always. Every time we see, we show respect each other. We ask about life and everything. But you and your group and blah blah blah. I never ever felt part of the family. Period.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
it's exactly why I decided to. Uh, Probably the next question is going to be this one. I decided to
Well,
retiring
we will
from.
definitely deep dive into this because I have some more questions.
This is exactly why I decided to retire from
I
Yeah.
think
DJing.
Yeah.
it's interesting because when you were talking about, you know, how the industry has kind of, well, what I heard is let you down, or the group, the clique has not really kind of included you in the way that you had hoped. And you were also talking about the industry, how much it's changed. One of the things that we're trying to do here, the reason for this podcast and the reason why we're really like on a mission, if you will, to try and get the word out that things are failing, that the industry is failing, that the people with talent are not getting the opportunity to actually actualize, excel, be up there, because it is so diluted out there. And also with these cliques, and I'm not going to mention any names, but these cliques, there's no room for newcomers. There's no room to showcase great talent because people miss it. And they're not also getting elevated up to where they need to be, getting, you know, put out there in front as they should be. And I think that's one of the things we're trying to kind of change.
It's not gonna change.
And so that was my next point. And
First of
okay,
all, I don't see any real upcoming talent.
okay,
Just for the reason I told you,
mm-hmm.
like they are all fake,
Right,
ghost produced. But because they added me after last weekend
right,
announcement, and they seems like I'm the new superhero for no reason. But yeah, because the upcoming um, artists, they are all created or fake or not good enough to take the kingdom down, if you know what I mean. You know, they
I
call
yeah,
they get DJs they know they are not going to be better than them. They get a young one, something like, okay, you will do the warm up, and probably I don't know if I'm gonna to pay you because you know blah blah blah, and we'll pay you the flight and everything, blah blah
yeah,
blah. And this they are so young, they are going to say yes
yep,
because they don't they do not pretend to be at the top after the gig. They hope to be at the top right after, but it's not gonna happen.
right,
For example, me, I never accepted to be the shadow of someone else.
right,
I have to bright with my own light. And maybe this is the reason why they kick me out from everything. Probably because I don't make
because you
I don't
don't comply. That's why
I
you
don't
don't
I don't
comply,
uh,
and you take away, you have your own power. and I think that the clique often rely on the adoration of these little younger DJs who actually just they want to get there, they want to be popular, they want to be seen, but they're only, in my opinion, they're nothing more than a marketing tool for the people at the top. That's how I view it.
Of course, if you call someone that probably never played in front of a packed stage, and you tell him, okay, you do the warm up set. It doesn't matter whatever you do. First of all, warm up set of a big event is empty at the moment. It's just experience. But second of all, it can't be. It will never be better than the famous DJ.
No.
It's not popular the same way as a big DJ. It's not good. It doesn't have the how to say that, the skill to interact with people. You know, every time I do play, I have to be people has to be part of me and me part of the people.
Love it.
It's just like,
Nice.
you know,
Symbiotic.
talking about chemistry, everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Probably is not enough. You know, it's better to create a project. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not anymore. Not
Whatever.
anymore. You know, what I saw last weekend is it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
We're gonna go really deep into what happened with at Luminosity, so bear with me.